Caraxes. Caraxes, called the Blood Wyrm, was a dragon ridden at first by Prince Aemon Targaryen and later by Prince Daemon Targaryen. Caraxes is a dragon ridden by Prince Daemon Targaryen. A veteran of many battles, he is known as the Blood Wyrm for his red scales. Caraxes is ridden by Daemon Targaryen. He has red scales, yellow eyes, a beard of horns, and wing-like membranes on his legs to support the aerodynamics of his body, which is long and serpentine in physique. Caraxes was red, huge, and lean. In battle he was formidable, fearsome, and experienced. During the Dance of the Dragons, Caraxes was about half the size of the huge Vhagar. Meanwhile, Vhagar was 3 times the size of younger dragons such as Tessarion or Sea Smoke. Meleys was faster than both Caraxes and Vhagar. Aemon Targaryen, Prince of Dragonstone and heir apparent of the Iron Throne, claimed Caraxes for the first time in 72 AC. The Dragon Keepers considered him to be the fiercest of all the young dragons of the Dragon Pit and nicknamed him the Blood Wyrm. The Targaryen siblings Alyssa, Baelon and Aemon liked to fly together on their dragons, Meleys, Vhagar, and Caraxes respectively. Aemon used Caraxes against the Dornish fleet during the Fourth Dornish War in 83 AC. When rogue mermen invaded parts of the island of Tarth in 92 AC, Aemon flew to the island on Caraxes' back to help Lords Cameron Tarth and Bormund Baratheon fight back the invaders. Caraxes easily outdistanced the Valyrian fleet led by Lord Corlys Velaryon in the process. Caraxes was eating goats when Prince Aemon was killed by a crossbow bolt in the throat. After Daemon is banished from King's Landing by Viserys, he leaves on Caraxes with Mysaria. During a confrontation between Daemon and Otto Hightower at Dragonstone, Caraxes shrieks and crawls forward to reveal himself at the top of a cliff, prompting Otto to order his men to sheath their weapons. Caraxes is used by Daemon during the War for the Stepstones. Despite the distinct advantage a powerful dragon gives in battle, his effectiveness was suppressed by the caves along the coast of Bloodstone, where Kragas Drahar and his soldiers retreated to. During one such night raid, Caraxes and Daemon ambush the Triarchy forces but can only cause minimal casualties when the crab feeder and his men hide from the dragonfire. Subsequently, numerous flaming arrows are fired at them, confusing Caraxes and wounding Daemon, forcing them to retreat. Caraxes and Daemon fly over Rhaenyra Targaryen's ship during their return to King's Landing. Caraxes flies alongside Vhagar in the skies above Pentos, during the self-exile of Daemon and his second wife Lena Velaryon. Caraxes stays at high tide along with several other dragons during the funeral of Lena Velaryon. At Dragonstone, Daemon summons Caraxes to intimidate Kingsguard knights Ser Stefan Darklyn and Ser Laurent Marbrand and to remind them of their oaths. By 105 AC, Aemon's nephew, Prince Daemon Targaryen, had claimed Caraxes as his mount. Daemon took his paramour Mysaria with him on Caraxes when he retreated from King's Landing for Dragonstone. Daemon used Caraxes during the War for the Stepstones, 106 to 115 AC. During those years, Daemon divided his time between the Stepstones and Dragonstone, where he would often fly with his niece, Princess Rhaenyra, and her dragon Syrax. After Daemon remarried to Lady Lena Velaryon, the newlywed toured the free cities of Essos with their dragons Caraxes and Vhagar. Huge crowds came to see both dragons everywhere they went. At the start of the Dance of the Dragons, Daemon landed Caraxes atop Kingspire Tower during the assault on Harrenhal. Atop Caraxes later in the Civil War, Daemon challenged Aemon Targaryen and Vhagar at Harrenhal. All 4 were killed in the ensuing battle above the God's Eye. At the end of the fight, Vhagar locked with Caraxes and they fell into the God's Eye. While in freefall, even as Vhagar's claws opened up Caraxes' belly and used her teeth to tear off one of his wing arms, Caraxes locked his teeth onto the larger dragon's throat and tore it out. Vhagar did not survive the force of the fall. Somehow, Caraxes managed to live long enough to pull himself out of the water and onto the shore, even though his entrails were falling out and one of his arms had been torn clean off. The dragon soon died in front of the walls of Harrenhal. In the books. In Fire and Blood, Caraxes was one of the older and larger dragons during the Dance of the Dragons. His scales were colored red, leading to him being called the Blood Wyrm. Caraxes' first rider was Aemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and King Jaehaerys' eldest son. One of the fiercest dragons among the younger generation, he was given his nickname by the Dragon Keepers, the Order of Guards created by King Jaehaerys to guard the newly completed Dragon Pit, and later saw his first conflict during the Fourth Dornish War, when King Jaehaerys, astride Vermithor, Prince Aemon, astride Caraxes, and Prince Baelon, Aemon's younger brother, astride Vhagar, descended upon the Dornish fleet and destroyed it without suffering a single loss. Caraxes would later accompany Aemon to Tarth when an invasion of Myrish pirates caused the rout of the Evenstar. However, Caraxes's fires drew the attention of the Myrish onto the Westerosi camp, and a crossbowman took a shot at the Evenstar, but missed and hit Aemon instead. The Prince of Dragonstone died of the wound, leaving Caraxes riderless until Daemon Targaryen, the younger son of Aemon's brother Baelon, claimed him. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.